Hi there, I'm Jeff Bezos. Now, for your success, I have high expectations that will be dramatically exceeded. I like to go vintage and retro on my little surgeries, my little projects here. I know that you know that I am a very cutthroat businessman. I will sooner let my jugular slip out of my neck than allow anyone to have a profit of even 1 cent. Did you know I make $28,000 a second? Just kidding. That was in April. Who knows how much it is now. Now, let us begin. I'm going to be quickly sort of doing a sort of Egyptian mummification on you just to sort of like drain out your brains. It clearly is not. It's not being conductive to the highest productivity level. Your brain is telling your body that you have biological needs. That's not going to be good enough for here. So if you really want to be a talented Amazon employee, we're going to be removing your organs and allowing your body to remain until we find a more effective way to turn your body into more of a cyborg type deal. Have you watched I Am Robot? That's my vision for Amazon. So let's begin. I'm going to look into this little utensil, and then I will be grabbing this little utensil, and then I will be just pulling out your brains. Okay, great. So I'm just going to be zipping this right back up again. Zipping this right back up. We will be maybe using that a little later as well, but I'm going to simply ask you to raise your chin. I'm going to ask you to tip your head backwards. Thank you. I'm going to just look into your nose really quickly, see where the brain matter is. Don't mind the scratching, it's just my Amazon employees begging me for some workers' rights. But I'm sorry, I'm all left hands. I'm just going to be looking at your nostrils really quickly. There we go. Yeah. The brain is in there, and soon it will not be. I'm going to simply stick this right into your nose, your nasal cavities. I have friends that are physicists. They can't handle a magic trick. They always say, you're breaking the third law of thermodynamics. I wish they'd just die. So I'm just going to put this right up into your nose and then turn it around. Excuse me. Aren't you supposed to be packaging my packages? It's 2-day delivery. We're striving for 1-day delivery, overnight delivery. Get back to her. She's gonna be fired anyways. I'm just going to be sticking this right up into your nose, and I'm just going to jimmy it around. Just swirl it around. Do you feel that in your nasal cavity? Do you feel that in your brain? Do you feel your brain just being turned up and turned into mush? This is just your left hemisphere. Good luck with being creative. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, look at it just all splurt on by. Let's go with the right hemisphere now. I'm just going to be sticking it right up into your nose, and I'm just going to be churning up your brains, okay? Oh, right there. And then churning up your brains. Do you feel it? Do you feel that sensation right there? Do you feel the sensation right there? It's sort of tickling your brain, right? It's sort of tickling. I am pulling out your brain. Yes, I don't sleep, ever. Just kidding, of course I do. I sleep like 10 hours a day. I sleep in a lovely California king bed. I have at minimum, 4 Playboy models in my bed at all times. They are my pillows. I eat breakfast of the finest quality of foods. I have it imported from other countries for every single meal. You think the richest man in the world somehow goes through any sort of shortage? You think I'm gonna discipline myself that way? You think I'm going to be depriving myself of the good life? I just sent myself up to space. Yeah, that's right. You stop sleeping. You start working harder. You decide that whatever mythos you want to create about me is true, and that whatever I do supposedly is whatever you got to do supposedly in order to get what I have supposedly. But in reality, what you needed were rich parents and some money for a startup and investors that would take your word on a company and invest in your company just on your word, which really can't be done unless you have a background in wealth already. But, you do you. I'm just going to be putting in, the little bit of scraping just to make sure that there's no brain juices left. I want it to be completely empty, completely clean, pure. The human nature is just not pure. it's just not pure. We gotta purify the human nature to make sure that it is working at 100% productivity, 1,000% productivity. We gotta make sure that it's working at 1,000,000 productivity. Otherwise, what is the point? You're costing me money. I mean, my God, I went from $28,000 a second to $15,000 a second. That can't be done. That can't be done. How am I supposed to eat tonight? I'm just going to be going up in there really quickly, and I'm just going to be scraping out the little brain juices from your skull, making sure that it's all clean, nice and clean. Right. There we go. Yep. There we go. What happened to my eye? Well, I'll tell you. Let's just say that the old wife divorced me over an affair, right? And let's say that affair kind of shot me in the eye. Let's say that it took us a 2-day delivery plan. The package really arrived after 2 days. But when the package arrived, it shot me right in the eye. So I'm just going to be removing all of this little brain gunk right there. Perfect. Yep. I'm just going to be going onto the other side. Listen, you have to be thankful because every single Amazon employee and every single Amazon worker made this brain scapulation, this brain spooning possible. There we go. One day, my vision will be clear. There we go, and I'm just gonna slip it right on out. Sorry I punched you in the face, but at the same time, could you feel it? You couldn't. So I'm just going to be putting this to the side. I'm going to be putting these tools right back into their place. I'm going to be looking into your nose once again, making sure that it's all nice and clean. And then once it's nice and clean, I am going to see what I do then. So I'm just going to put this right back into its little brief. Oh, there we go. It's Jeffy's little toys. There we go. Oh, come on. Get on in there. Oh, perfect. There we go. I seem to have stuck my finger onto the needle. No blood, because I'm not human. Envy me, I am God. One day there shall be a Brutus that challenges me, and when that Brutus arises, I will do to that Brutus what Julius Caesar failed to do. When the senators all stabbed him 33 times, they all took their blades upon their master and they tore him down, ending a powerful legacy. I myself have removed every possibility of death by immortalizing myself. Julius Caesar, I am Julius Caesar. I am a Roman emperor, and my empire is the world. I have conquered the world like Napoleon, like the grand heights of so many have failed to do. Lift your chin up a little bit. I'm just going to be looking up your nose very quickly. Yep, there we go. Perfect. There's nothing in there now. Yes, my grand evil master plan is to conquer the world using very, very cheap materials. You see, my small pee-pee is inside of everyone, balls deep. No one can get away from me. I mean, you wanted that cheap item, and you can't find it in stores? Oh, gee, the stores are going out of business? Oh, gee, where are you supposed to go? Amazon. You could call us a monopoly, and you could call me the monopoly guy. Watch this. If I put a little monocle and a little mustache on my bald head, who am I now? The monopoly man. Now, what was I doing to you? Ah, yes, removing your human functions. I am now going to be clipping away more of your anatomy. I'm just going to be making sure that we dehumanize you, much like our workers already are. You see, all my workers are dehumanized. They are nothing more than robots meant for the highest of productivity levels. If they so much as fall as even 0.5 productivity levels down, they must be fired and replaced with someone better. If they even get sick, no. That's why I'm removing your capacity to get sick. I'm going to be removing your nose, stuffing it up with cotton or some sort of fabric to sort of absorb any sort of scents that come in, making sure that you can never get sick that way. I will thus be removing your ears so that way you never get an ear infection. I will be removing perchance, no, not per, you can keep your eyeballs, but I'm gonna be stapling the lids together, and I'll be stapling your mouth together because frankly, I'm very tired of complaints. I cannot handle it. So I'm just going to be removing your nose very quickly. Mashaka! Mashaka! These scissors don't work. You're fired. I'm going to be grabbing another pair of scissors because these scissors would not work. Just like my Amazon employees are not working to the productivity levels that they are requested of here at Amazon. I am now going to be removing your nose. Stay still. I don't want to make any mistakes. I'm just going to remove the cartilage. Just make sure the cartilage is nice and removed. Listen, I'm not a scientist, but I'm friends with scientists. So I'm just going to be removing the tip of your nose as creatively as I possibly can. I'm just going to be removing this right here. Yep, right there. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yep, yep, yep. Right there, right there. Now I'm just going to be putting on some of this absorbent material so that way the liquids, the diseases never come in. Just putting that right on in there. Just putting that right on in. Shove it right on in there. Bro, we're going to be just removing your ears with these scissors again. Get the scissors. I'm going to be removing your ears right there. Missed a little bit. Gotta get a little bit more. More. I'm now gonna be going on to the other ear. More. Now to staple your eyes. Mashaka. Where is my stapler? You're fired again. Fired. Looks like we're gonna have to scoop out your eyeballs. I am so sorry. I didn't want this. I just wanted to staple your eyes. But Mashaka here apparently didn't do her job. She lost her job. Good luck working at the warehouse, Mashaka. I will not be seeing you again. Just kidding. She thinks she's going to the warehouse, but in reality, she's actually going to be assassinated the moment she steps out of this office. I can't have anyone not being productive. If you can't do your job, then why live? Like, your entire existence should be to work. So if you're not working, like, do you even deserve life? Do you even deserve to be in existence? Like, you have to be working at all the hours of your life, okay? Like, even sleep is too much for you. It's too good for you. So, like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Am I wrong? I'm too rich to be wrong. Now, as I put away these little utensils of mine, I'm going to be scooping out your eyeballs with this little Mickey Mouse little thing. I love Disney. Disney's the greatest. But I will be owning Disney someday. So I'm going to be just scooping them out. Keep your eyes wide open for me. Perfect. It seems like ever since I scooped your brain out, you're not able to blink anymore, which is like the greatest. It's like mind control. It's like, I love it. I'm just going to be scooping out your brains now. I'm just going to be scooping these out right there. Perfect. Oh, half an eyeball and out for the other half. Okay, perfect. I got the other half of the eyeball, and I'm just going to be removing this one. I'm just going to be removing this eyeball. Removed half the eyeball. I'm going to now be removing the other eyeball. I removed the other eyeball. Listen, the deeper you talk, the more of a man you are, the more respectable you are, the more you get respect, the more people want to be like you. It's like my balls are huge. Don't you want to be like me? Don't you want to be like my balls? Huge. Listen, my pee-pee might be small, but my bank account be huge. My pee-pee might be small, but my wallet be huge. Listen, I'm here to run an empire. And no one wants an empire run by someone who talks like this. They want someone who talks like their voice is in their toes. Like this. They want someone who talks like they have a horrendous case of hemorrhoids. They want someone who talks like this. Anyways, you have now been upgraded. You are now the perfect Amazon employee. Ha 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 ha.